One sunny afternoon, Max and his best friend Zoe were exploring the attic in Max's old house. The two loved hunting for hidden treasures and secrets in the dusty, forgotten corners. As they rummaged through piles of boxes, Zoe spotted something shiny sticking out of an old book. "Look, Max! It's a map!" Zoe exclaimed, pulling out a yellowed piece of paper. Max squinted, brushing off the dust to reveal an ancient map marked with a giant X. "Do you think it's real?" Max whispered, his heart pounding. Zoe grinned. "Only one way to find out." The next day, armed with a compass, backpacks, and the mysterious map, Max and Zoe set off to follow its winding path. It led them through the town, across the old stone bridge, and deep into Willow Woods. The map pointed them toward a place neither had ever seen, the Lost Library. "I didn't know there was a library in these woods," Zoe said, looking around at the tall trees that cast shadows over them. "Maybe that's why it's called the Lost Library," Max replied. Just as the sun began to dip in the sky, they spotted something incredible, a giant stone archway hidden by vines with ancient carvings of books and stars. "This is it," Zoe whispered, her eyes wide. As they stepped through the archway, the air grew cool and still. Inside was a massive hall filled with towering bookshelves, each packed with ancient books that seemed to glow faintly. Strange symbols covered the walls, and statues of animals, an owl, a fox, and a deer, stood at different corners of the room. "Wow," Max breathed. "This place is magical." Suddenly, the owl statue's eyes glowed, and it spoke in a deep voice. "Welcome, young adventurers. To proceed, you must pass 3 trials. Only the brave and wise may uncover the library's secret." Max and Zoe exchanged excited glances, ready to take on any challenge. The owl explained, "Your first trial is a riddle. Answer correctly, and you may move on." It asked, "I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I?" Max thought hard. "I've heard this before. It's an echo." The owl's eyes glowed brighter. "Correct. You may continue." The friends moved forward, their excitement growing. Next, they encountered the fox statue, which came to life as they approached. "Your second trial is a test of kindness. Help the lost soul in the forest, and you may continue." Just then, they heard a soft cry coming from the shadows. A tiny creature, a baby rabbit, was tangled in some thorny vines. Without hesitation, Zoe knelt down and gently freed the rabbit. It nuzzled her hand, grateful, and then scampered off into the forest. The fox statue nodded approvingly. "You have shown kindness. Proceed." Finally, they reached the statue of the deer, who told them, "Your last trial is a test of courage. Beyond this door lies darkness. Only the brave can enter." Max felt a shiver run down his spine, but Zoe took his hand. "We're in this together," she said, giving him a reassuring smile. Taking a deep breath, they stepped into the dark corridor. At first, they couldn't see anything. But then, a soft glow began to light up the path. They followed it, hand in hand, until they reached a grand chamber. In the center of the chamber stood a pedestal with an enormous, ancient book. The cover was inlaid with shimmering gemstones, and it seemed to hum with energy. Zoe carefully opened it, revealing a glowing map inside. But this map was special. It showed not places, but memories. As they watched, scenes of their adventure appeared, finding the map, solving the riddle, helping the rabbit, and braving the darkness. This is the library's secret," Max whispered. "It's a map of our journey." The owl, fox, and deer statues appeared around them, their voices echoing together. "The greatest treasure of all is the story you create. Remember your journey, and let it guide you." Max and Zoe closed the book, feeling a sense of wonder and accomplishment. As they left the lost library, they knew they would never forget this adventure. Back at home, Max tucked the ancient map under his pillow. He and Zoe knew that this was just the beginning of their adventures.